Hi everyone, this is Abdul Karim from Khaleej Times. In this KT one-on-one, we're speaking to 34-year-old British-Pakistani boxer Amir Khan, who's recently took on the role as the president of the WBC Middle East Council. In one of the recent outings, he met with the rising stars as part of his presidency for WBC Cares as well. In this conversation, we speak to him about his future plans in terms of fighting and whether he's ready to hang his boots or the gloves, and this is what he had to say. Welcome back to the UAE and thank you for joining us today. Now, you've got a very important initiative that you set up with WBC Cares and Rising Stars, being in your new position as the president of this council. Yeah. How important is it to be to supporting such rising stars and rising talent as well?
It gives me the opportunity now to host big events over here, bring the biggest events over here in the Middle East area. We know that, there are big events happening in Saudi Arabia. There's other big sporting events happening here, but why not boxing? So Mr. Mauricio, the president of the World Boxing Council, said you could take the Middle East area and hopefully we can develop boxing around here. Now today we did a WBC Cares Middle East event where we had children that, with the help of Rising Stars, we got children in who we're going to be helping, supporting, and giving them confidence, getting them in the gyms with us, getting them training with us, so that way we can give them that self-confidence and self-belief that they're no different to anyone else. They are like us.
So what's your goal now, being the president of the council? Is this the time to hang your gloves? Are you completely ready for your retirement? You ready to hit back the ring again?
No, the gloves are still on. Yeah. I'm thinking of fighting probably next year sometime. Just this year was a bit of a bad year for everybody, and the boxing was off. It was behind, and I didn't want to fight behind closed doors. Just didn't really feel like I could motivate myself. But hopefully, if it opens up next year, we can make something happen. I want to fight again around about March or April time, and there's so many names out there, there's so many deals on the table in the Middle East as well, so let's see how that plays out.
Any particular names that you want to take on? We've seen the Mike Tyson's back again.
Yeah, I saw Mike Tyson came back with Roy Jones. What a fight that was, and to be honest with you, he looked good. Yeah. How good did he look? So I think, someone like Kell Brook, who's always been running his mouth, I think put him in his place now. Yeah. I think it's about time now to put him in his place and shut him up for good.
Right. Well, let's start talking about your role as in the council. You took the title, you introduced the title to the world, saying, all right, this is the belt, and then you took it to Pakistan. Right. And the importance of doing that, bringing it back to your roots.
Well, because I am Pakistani, British-Pakistani, and I first wanted to, just get a feel of it, what it's like. Got the title made. Me and Mauricio together got the title made. I got it sent over from Mexico, landed in the UK, but had a boxing event on in Pakistan, and I saw one fight which was very tasty, and I thought, you know what, this deserves a title fight. This deserves a title on this fight, because when you look at two fighters who've had good records, like I think one record was 13-1, another guy was like 12-0. I thought, what a fight this is! Like, you don't get many of these two up-and-coming fighters fighting each other at such young age. In the last 2 months, we've done 2 shows. Like, we're not messing about. I'm making sure that I'm pushing it hard as I can, because having becoming the president of the Middle East, it's also giving me the duty now to go out there and build boxing up in the areas like Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, in different areas around the Middle East now. So I'm enjoying it as well. I enjoy being part of boxing, being part of this, and also WBC Cares being part of that as well, because there's a lot of people out there who need support and help as well.
You're a frequent visitor, not only just a frequent visitor, now you've got a holiday home bought over here. Talk to us about your plans in the Middle East. Are what are you looking for building in this part of the world, and have you seen the boxing talent emerging from the United Arab Emirates in particular?
Yeah, there's so much talent out here. They love boxing, I know that for a fact, but this is where now we tie up with the Sports Council and we speak to them. And I met Mr. Sharib on my last event. I think boxing is a very popular sport that everybody loves and watches on TV, but why not have it yourself, have it in-house yourself? We should have boxing academies, we should have boxing gyms. Boxing shows should happen in Dubai, with a decent promoter.
There's lots of events anyway. There's amateur boxing taking place. There's the white-collar boxing that takes place. We've seen that publicised on television as well.
White-collar could be a little bit dangerous, because obviously you're not meant to do it. They're not really carded fighters. They'll just pick a friend who works in the office, I'll fight you. White collar, keeping it clean, you know. But I think what people want to see is a real fight, like a real professional fight.
So what more needs to be done now? Being a president of the council, do you think?
We need support from the government. Honestly, we can't move forward without the government's help and support. And also, we want to bring the biggest names in Dubai when it comes to boxing. Bring the Mike Tysons here. I mean, whenever they come here, whenever any boxer, even myself, whenever you come into Dubai, you get so much love from the locals, the people the expats who live here. So I'm thinking, wow, why don't they have an event over here? And people would then get to see how beautiful Dubai is.
Well, I mean, let's touch up on the personal element. How much did boxing change you as a person? And now being a president of the council, how much has that shaped you and the goal that you've got now?
So boxing, I know how important it is in my life because, you know, when I was young, I was about 8 years old, I was very hyperactive, I was very naughty, and I could have gone on the wrong path. I could have been in the wrong path and got into trouble. But boxing changed my life. It kept me disciplined, kept me off the streets, kept me focused. Without boxing, I don't know where I would be, honestly. I know I was a hard-working person, and I always had big dreams that I want to one day have a nice house, when I have a nice car. I always have big dreams, but you know, you have to work hard as well, and that's what had in me. I had that work ethic that I used to push myself so hard, and even when I was tired, I used to keep pushing. I never gave up. Even when I lost fights, I used to read the media the next day. People say he's finished, he's done, but I came back with a big bang. So this is a little bit of advice out there to the young youth as well: is never give up, and never let anyone put you down, and never let them have you give up. You know, you have to keep when you think it's the right time to call it a day, then you should do that.
Well, we love to see you in the ring again, and we'd love to have you in the United Arab Emirates. Thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to hearing from you again.
I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.